Welcome back to the channel. Today we are going over the Michigan safety corner, whatever you want to call him. Daxton Hill went to the Bengals at 31st overall in this year's draft. Was definitely a very interesting pick. You know, they have really good safeties and, you know, a pretty good slot corner as well. So it's going to be interesting to see where he profiles from day one. But this is his game against Wisconsin in 2021 where he had a lot of great plays, and we're going to go into all of them. And before we do, though, make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy it, and make sure to suggest more prospects down below. But now, without any further ado, let's get into the tape. Okay, so here's our first play. There's Dax Hill up at the top, single high safety, and Wisconsin's going to be running some play action here to the boundary side. And this tight end's going to come across, this guy's going to come across, and this guy's running like a deep post. And this is going to be some great communication by him with his fellow defender, as right here you can see the quarterback is rolling out to the side and this receiver is about to come open over the middle, but you can see him waving at this corner right here and yelling at him to switch. And this is just a great call, great communication, and this guy's going to flip his hips down here. If this guy doesn't do it, if Dax kind of stays here, this guy hangs with the guy running the post and the quarterback probably completes this throw. So great communication. This guy's going to bend this back around, close the window, going to force a throw away from the quarterback. Still great pressure there by the Michigan defender, but I love this communication from him, and I love to see that he's, you know, willing to be the leader on the defense and be able to make these call outs during the middle of a play to make sure that they don't get burned. And just, you know, communication in the secondary is essential, and that's something that you just love to see even in college. You know, I want to see him translate that to the NFL, but love this play, and this is just a great one from him. Now here is our next play. This is going to be another play in coverage, and this is going to be a great job in zone here as this tight end is going to break open on the crosser, going to get behind the linebackers kind of in the hole of this coverage, like right in the middle of all these four guys. And there's Dax Hill right there, and he's going to get downhill fast and thump him right as the guy is touching the ball. But this is going to be a great catch from the tight end. But most of the time, this should knock the ball out, but this is a really great catch by this tight end, but still a great play to not allow any yards after the catch and really go for that hit and go for that pass breakup opportunity. Now here we're going to look at his run defense, and this is not, you know, a perfect play. This is going to just be a solid rep as he's going to fill this lane pretty well, make contact with the running back. He is going to get carried a little bit, and the second wave of defenders is going to really, like, make the tackle completely. But I like seeing him get in the box, get physical, and, you know, make contact with the running back in the hole pretty immediately. Again, rather him just, you know, make the tackle and not get carried a little bit, but still like to see him, you know, making the right fit there. And now we're going to be in the 2-minute drill. There's Dax Hill kind of lined up in the slot. There's about 19 seconds left, I believe, on this play, and Wisconsin is trying to drive this down the field. And this is going to be a cover 4, but not a very well executed one. These four are rushing these two guys, and I think this third guy out in the boundary, this corner, are playing the flats, and then these four farthest back guys are going to be playing the cover 4. So there's Dax Hill, and he's carrying this guy up in his zone, you know, playing on his side. And this guy, this safety right here, does not get any depth. That's why I think maybe it could be a Tampa 2, but I don't see enough guys drop for that. So this one took a lot for me to diagnose, but based on the way these guys are dropping, I feel like this is a cover 4. I could be wrong, point me out if I am, because this guy breaks weird, and this guy gets no depth. And it's going to kind of leave him out to dry here as we'll play this in full. And at first I was like, you know, he just got burned, but the more I looked into it, you know, with this looks like a bad play from Hill, but I really don't think that safety dropped, that other safety in the middle. So this is going to be a good, you know, effort from Hill to try to make up this ground and nearly get there. As you can see, he really extends for that, but this is going to be a great catch, like a perfectly placed ball by the quarterback. I could be, you know, misdiagnosing this, of course. This is just what it looks like to me, and I just don't think this guy got any depth and kind of just, again, left him out to dry here. But, you know, still great effort from Hill. He stopped on this frame. I mean, that's pretty impressive. Still going to be a completion, but good effort. And, you know, this one I'm not going to pin on him completely. However, here's our next one. This is the very next play. There's like 13 seconds left at this point in the half. I think Michigan is up by 7, and this is going to be a slot fade from this guy right here. Dax Hill is in one-on-one coverage as this safety is not going to give him much. He's going to dive down low here, and Dax is going to be one-on-one. It's going to be a well-thrown fade, great catch, and he's going to kind of get torched here. Just really doesn't get his head turned. I guess torched is too strong a word, but the ball's in the air. It's a really good throw outside, and they are fighting a little bit. It has his head turned a little more there, but at the time of the ball, it looks like he's just not putting, I don't know, he just looks like he's kind of moving slow. As you'll see here at the end, he just kind of is walking and just puts his hand up and really doesn't make much forcible contact there. So one, I'd like to see him make a better completion on, and this is a tough one to get beat on for a touchdown, but you'll see some of the other plays in this game. It's not really going to outweigh them. Now we're going to see him in more of a blitzing scenario, as he's going to come in here from the slot on a little nickel blitz. And I'm just going to play this, and you can see what we're going to talk about in this play. Just look at that explosiveness. I mean, that speed is ridiculous. I mean, he ran a 4.38, I believe. And it's very apparent here. I mean, again, I'm just like, this is a really, really impressive play. Just gets downhill almost instantly. He is flying. We'll look at it from this angle. You can see him just fly into the screen, just out of nowhere, and get a great sack there on the quarterback. And now we're going to see another similar play. He's going to come down from the nickel, and just, again, he has just some ridiculous speed to get downhill. Going to get a quarterback hit here, force an errant throw. And just, I think the possibilities that this could open up as him, being a free rusher, because in offensive line protection, most of the time, they're going to tell, when they know it's going to be a 6-on-5, when they don't have the numbers on the offensive line, they're going to leave the most far out guy. They're going to leave him unblocked. So Daxton Hill could be that guy, and he could be unblocked a lot and be a free rusher a lot. And if they design these plays where he's going to be free, he has the speed to make these teams pay, because usually the guy is not going to be able to get here fast enough. You're going to have a good open slot. You can throw a quick slant hot route. He doesn't even have time to really get his feet set. And then as soon as he's cocking back and trying to get this throw, Hill's on him, forces that out, because they have a pretty good, route. I'd like to see this be a quicker out, because if this is an out right here, right into the hole, so maybe not a great call, but I think the things you can do with him just as a designated free rusher could open up so many opportunities for the Bengals defense, especially just with all the other personnel they have, and adding Daxton Hill kind of as your sub guy to come in and do stuff like that, I think could be so beneficial for them, getting over the hump and maybe winning the Super Bowl this year. Now here's another one in coverage, and this is going to be one where it looks like he's going to get beat early, or at least a little later in the route. This guy's going to go vertical, and then he's going to cut this back at the last second to the boundary. So this is a really good route by this guy to create separation right at the end, but he's going to get some great recovery. He's going to get a great recovery there and knock this ball out. We're going to see it better from this angle over here. Maybe the receiver just drops it, but I'm counting this as a win for Dax here, as that guy looks like he has almost possession, but I think Dax is going to get his arm and kind of club him and force his arms to kind of get together awkwardly, and he's going to drop this ball. I just love this rep. This was really impressive, and I like to see that he can force these kind of incompletions in tight coverage. Now, here is our last play, though. This is going to be some zone coverage. He's playing kind of a curl flat zone here. I think it's like maybe it looks very similar to kind of, maybe it's kind of the hook curl here, as this guy's a little more outside, but he's going to be running this zone, and you're going to see he's going to bait this quarterback in. He's going to put his feet inside. Looks like he's going on the out. Quarterback sees that, wants to throw this guy open out here to the, around the 40, where the 40 is, and Daxton Hill is going to jump up, make an incredible catch, and get a really, really nice interception. Just baited this quarterback, I think, the whole way. Either way, maybe he wasn't baiting him. Great reaction, and he's really going to go up and extend for this ball. We'll see it better in the other angle, but extremely impressive athletic effort to go up and get this ball, and just another great play. I love seeing his instincts. We'll see that. Look at that extension. Looks like he's flying, and just great effort there from Dax Hill, and another great play in this game where he showed he can really do everything. So now let's wrap it up, and let's talk about what he's going to bring to the Bengals. Again, we talked about that whole sub, speed rusher kind of thing where he's going to be free. That would be a great role for him. He can play deep safety. He can play slot. He can be a great just cover guy, and he can be a great third safety for them. And I think he's going to help them in the future with Jesse Bates' contract kind of still in the works at the time of filming this. he's starting to hold out maybe. Again, either way, he's on the franchise tag. So if they don't want to extend him or they want to wait, they can see what they have in Dax Hill. If Dax Hill ends up being a superstar year one, they can let Bates walk or they can trade him. Or, this maybe opens up flexibility with Von Bell, who's a good player, but maybe they can let him walk when he needs a second contract with them. So Dax Hill is just great depth, great guy to add to their room. I think he was best player available on their board, and I love him a lot. And I think he's going to be a really good player in Cincinnati. Again, he could really just do it all in this game, and I'm super excited to see what he does in Cincy. But let me know what you think of him and this game, as I'd love to hear Bengals fans' thoughts. And that's going to do it for me today. Make sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoyed it, and thank you for watching. I appreciate all of you who do, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.